little scary, but fly type shit. All these niggas out.
A short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And off we go from Lambeau. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throwing now is Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Touchdown. Robert Tunyon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Mon now off of play action. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 3 yards the gain there, second down. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. To throw again on second down, Mond. And his pass incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Mond. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
That's taken on the 25. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mond looks to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. On that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They go play action here. Mond. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Bond going to throw it. He's got it to Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up fourth down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up. They'll run with Cook.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Off the play fake, Mon.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gostkowski's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week, because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt, they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Rodgers again now. He hits Adams complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's a tough blow there offensively. Had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flip on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, it's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up the... Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Mond looks to throw on first down.
And that is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Mond out of the shotgun.
Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Mond to the air on 1st and 10. Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They run it again with Cook. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but just show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. Rodgers going to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to make it fourth down. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the seventh inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last two drives. Now Mon. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
From the gun, here's Mon. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Mon's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Mon now off of play action. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Back now at Lambeau. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gostkowski's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Open man, here is Cobb. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing is Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. That one looks like he'll throw here. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. To throw is Rodgers.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
All right, you're still at least 30 yards from realistic field goal range. You want to get the ball to the 38, but preferably the 35 or less to give your guy his best shot at putting it through the posts.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. This entire defensive unit, Charles, they've really put in a good shift tonight, so to speak.
I like how you phrased that. This has been a good shift. They punched the clock the entire evening. They ought to have shirts that have their names on them in the front to let them know these are blue-collar workers who are getting it done.
Pass complete, Tunyon.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, going into the final